So yeah, I may have gotten a few things wrong on the last video. But here we are, we made it to playoffs. My GOAT's gone, that's unfortunate, but what can you do? Fuck him. Without further ado, let's just jump into this bitch. The MongolZ versus MOUZ? If history's told us anything, it's that Genghis Khan didn't give a fuck about the Black Plague. He was throwing bodies laced with that shit at fucking kingdoms. The only player that's really been shining on MOUZ so far this major has been Exertion. Shuei's been doing good, Torzy's been doing alright, but Jimmy and Brolin are kinda lacking, I ain't gonna lie. And then you got the MongolZ. The MongolZ definitely had a harder Elim stage, even though you wouldn't think it, because they went 3-0 in both, Elim and opening stage. Listen, every single player on the MongolZ individually performed marginally worse in the elimination stage than how they did in the opening. But they still went 3-0. You wouldn't think it. Let's not forget, they beat MOUZ in overtime. It's going to be a close series. They're both going to take a map on each other, but ain't no way in hell that little MOUZ is doing shit against my boy, Genghis. And if we're looking at the analytics of this matchup, the only positives for MOUZ is that they've won 3 out of their 5, and that they're overall better ranked. And we all seen what happened to the #1 team. The fact that a pro of MOUZ going into this matchup is that they won 3 out of their 5 is so funny, considering the MongolZ have gone 6-0 in the fucking major. The only con to the MongolZ going into this is that they're overall rated worse than MOUZ. They are unironically the favorite as the underdog. It's so funny. Like their BO1 and Elims, it's gonna be a close match. But fuck no, MOUZ ain't winning this. I got MongolZ winning 2-1. This is like the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, except Mike Tyson's just in his prime, and Jake Paul's probably gonna die. This is sad. Remember when I was complaining about Yakindar and Naf basically throwing for Liquid? Yeah, well, Yakindar's been alright now, and Naf's come back, they're doing great. Meanwhile, Twist and JKS have gone to go take a little nappy time. Ultimate's just chilling, like he's just doing his thing still. Same shit, different toilet. So while it's great Nap's doing good, and Yakindar and Ultimate are there, we need every single player, because this Spirit is dangerous. Chopper's not in the red? Magic's not doing magic. Shiro's doing good. Zontix is doing good. And Donk's on a masterclass. I mean, A. Is the sky blue? He's got a firepower rating of 100, which is insane. Twist is my GOAT. The Canadian GOAT. My idol. Yeah, he'd win against Chopper, but is he winning against Donk? Listen, Spirit's got this 2-0. The cat is in the bag, and if we look at the analytics for this matchup, Liquid's only pro is included in Spirit's pros, and Spirit doesn't have a single con. Meanwhile, Liquid's con is that they're a worse overall ranked team, and which we seen that with the MongolZ. But this isn't the same case as MongolZ, alright? They're actually worse. Like, there is no way in hell they're beating Spirit. They would need a masterclass from all 5 players, while Chopper and Magix are doing nothing as per usual. Shiro's having a bad day, Zontix is looking at ass, and Donk is having to cry in his seat. That's the only way Liquid's coming to win this shit. Yeah.
Check the pedo stash.
My brother wanted me to see his pedo stash. Anyways. I would say Princess at the Samurai has it. Dude, like, I mean, come on. Do I have to speak on this? Like, really? No, I don't. I'm just doing it for fun. Heroic's getting their ass whooped. Like, this is so easy. Like, without even looking at the individual players, just look at the analytics summary for this from HLTV. Like, the only favor Heroic has is that they've won 3 out of their 5, which is just making it to the playoffs. That's their only favor. And they have a con just being worse. Meanwhile, G2's got every favor you could want. This is hilarious. Snacks, Hunter, and Mobs all seem to be doing, like, at least good. They're not doing shit. Monacy's putting on a masterclass. Nico's putting on a masterclass. The only hero on a team called Heroic, ironically enough, is Nertz. Dexter's actually doing decent. Kaysen, whatever the fuck, he's kind of ass. Shush is doing ass. Tessus is doing kind of ass. I mean, this is sad. Nertz is trying his best to save this team. It ain't gonna work, though. Yeah, Heroic's getting fucking mollywopped.
Julian! I don't know where I felt like I get a little drink around.
Vitality versus FaZe. The only people that have FaZe winning this shit are a bunch of old heads that still think this FaZe got it. Hell no, they ain't got it. You had Kerrigan doing great in the Elim stage. Meanwhile, you look, compare that to any other player, you'd call them fucking washed beyond belief. Rain did the very definition of mid during this fucking Elim stage. Yo, I think Brogy's cooked. I'm not gonna lie. He is doing terrible. The fact that this dude, this is your fucking top 10 opper? This is your star opper? You guys won a major? Hell nah, bro. What do you mean? Dude, poor Frozen and Rops. These guys are trying their best to save this team. But that shit ain't happening, bro. These guys are out. They're just outclassed. Dude, Vitality's the lowest rated player was Apex. Not surprising. And that shit was only 1.15? Are you kidding me? That was your lowest rated player? Mezzy came back after his cream pie got done cooking. And he is doing better than all of FaZe? Really, guys? Spanx is doing great. Flames is doing great. Ziwu? He's putting on a fucking masterclass as per usual. Doing better than MongolZ even. Almost as good as Donk. You look at the analytics summary, and what do you see? That the only favor for the underdog is that they just made it to playoffs. That's the pro. We are really reaching deep here to try and look for the positives. They played a game against Vitality in the last 30 days, and you know what happened? They lost. Dude, they got 2-0'd. Are you kidding me? Dude, in my opinion, this is by far the most lopsided odds for any match in this playoff bracket. I think Heroic has a better chance of beating G2 than FaZe beating Vitality. I haven't even talked about how Vitality is just, you know, better ranked, the bookmarker favorite, literally just a number 3 in the world, and FaZe is number 6. And then, just with their individual performances during the fucking elims, this is a clear washout. GG to FaZe, man. It was nice knowing this roster, man, but this shit's done. Kerrigan's gonna break down on the stage crying, saying he's retired now after he gets 2-0 mollywopped by Vitality. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be really sad. But I'm going to stand here knowing I'm right. And it's going to be great, actually. I'm probably actually going to be pretty happy. Ziwu? I'm a Ziwu fan. You know, as you should be. He's a Francais goat.